All right, lads and lasses, are you ready for an adventure? Today, we're diving headfirst into the beating heart of Japan, Tokyo. This sprawling metropolis is a mesmerizing blend of the ultra-modern and the deeply traditional. A city that never sleeps and always has something to offer, whether it's your first time getting lost in the neon jungle or you're a seasoned Japan veteran. We're going to be your gaijin guides, taking you on a whirlwind tour of the absolute must-do activities in this concrete jungle, from iconic shrines steeped in centuries-old history to the dizzying heights of futuristic skyscrapers. We'll show you the sights, sounds and tastes that make Tokyo such a captivating destination. So buckle up, grab your Suica card and prepare to be amazed by the sheer energy and excitement of Tokyo. Over the next few chapters, we'll unveil 20 incredible experiences that will leave you wanting to book another flight back to the land of the rising sun. Whether you're a die-hard foodie, a history buff, or a lover of all things kawaii, Tokyo has something to tickle everyone's fancy. So stick with us, and let's discover the magic of Tokyo together. First up, we're kicking things off at the oldest temple in all of Tokyo, Senso-ji Temple. Founded in the 7th century, this place is steeped in history and legend. Legend has it that two brothers fished a golden statue of Kannon from the nearby Sumida River. Wander through the impressive Kaminariman Gate with its giant red lantern. The air is thick with incense, the crowds bustling with locals and tourists alike. It's a truly enchanting experience. Next up, we're cranking things up to 11, literally, as we ascend one of the tallest structures in the world, the Tokyo Skytree. This towering behemoth pierces the clouds at 634 meters, offering unparalleled views of the metropolis below. It boasts two observation decks, each with unique perspectives. The Tembo deck, at 350 meters, provides breathtaking 360-degree views. Venture higher to the Tembo Galleria, 450 meters above ground. At its base, you'll find shops, restaurants, an aquarium, and a planetarium.
Right, lads. Next up on our Tokyo adventure, we're headed to a spot that's an absolute icon, Shibuya Crossing. Now, you might be thinking, Chris, it's just a crosswalk, mate. What's the big deal? But trust me on this one, this ain't your grandma's crosswalk.
Picture this, you've got towering skyscrapers plastered with massive video screens, blasting out those crazy colourful Japanese adverts. The air is abuzz with the sound of 1,000 conversations, 1,000,000 footsteps. And then every couple of minutes, everything stops. The lights change, and bam! A tidal wave of humanity surges into the intersection.
It's absolute organised chaos, and it's bloody brilliant.
Right. After braving the madness of Shibuya, let's dive into another one of Tokyo's most iconic districts, Harajuku. This is the heart of youth culture in Japan, where trends are born and fashion knows no bounds. Forget your high fashion labels. Harajuku is all about expressing yourself, no matter how out there it might seem.
Think kawaii cuteness overload, with shops bursting with pastel colors, fluffy toys, and enough Hello Kitty merchandise to last a lifetime. But Harajuku is more than just cute, it's a melting pot of subcultures. You've got your Lolitas with their frilly dresses and parasols, your rockabilly gangs strutting their stuff in leather jackets and pompadours, and everything in between.
And the best part? It's not just about looking the part, it's about the atmosphere. You'll find yourself chatting with shop owners who are passionate about their craft, bumping shoulders with fashion icons, and maybe even getting stopped for a street-style photo or two. Don't be afraid to embrace the weird and wonderful. Grab a crepe, try on some outrageous outfits, and just go with the flow. You might even discover a new side of yourself in the process.
Alright, after all that excitement, it's time for a bit of a change of pace. Let's head over to Ueno Park, a massive green oasis right in the heart of Tokyo. This place is like a breath of fresh air, literally, after the hustle and bustle of the city.
Ueno Park has something for everyone. You've got your serene temples and shrines where you can find a bit of peace and quiet, museums galore for a bit of culture, and a sprawling zoo that's home to everything from pandas to polar bears. Yeah, you heard that right, pandas.
But for me, the real magic of Ueno Park happens in spring. Because, my friends, this is prime Hanami spot. When the cherry blossoms are in bloom, the whole park transforms into a sea of pink. It's absolutely stunning. Families, friends, colleagues, everyone gathers under the blossom trees for picnics, drinks, and a good old chinwag. It's the perfect way to experience the beauty of the cherry blossom season and soak up the unique atmosphere of Japan.
So grab yourself a picnic blanket, some snacks, maybe a few cans of Asahi Super Dry, and get ready to relax in one of Tokyo's most beloved parks.
If you're a fan of seafood, a trip to the Tsukiji Fish Market is a must.
This isn't your average fish market.
It's a whirlwind of activity, a feast for the eyes. Mountains of glistening fish, some still wriggling.
Giant tuna auctioned at eye-watering prices.
The variety of sea creatures is astounding.
And the food, pull up a pew at one of the stalls. Sushi this fresh melts in your mouth, set your alarm early, it's worth it. Now, after the hustle and bustle of Tsukiji Fish Market, you might be craving a bit of peace and quiet, a chance to recharge those batteries.
Well, fear not, my friends, because just a stone's throw away from the madness of Shibuya lies an oasis of tranquility, the Meiji Shrine. Dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokan, this sprawling complex is a world away from the neon lights and bustling streets of Tokyo.
As you wander through the towering torii gates and lush forests, you can't help but feel a sense of calm wash over you.
And if you're lucky enough to visit during wedding season, you might even catch a glimpse of a traditional Shinto ceremony. It's a truly beautiful sight, with the bride and groom decked out in elaborate kimonos.
But even if you don't see a wedding, the Meiji Shrine is an absolute must-visit for anyone coming to Tokyo. It's a chance to escape the city's frenetic energy and soak up a bit of Japanese history and culture. All right, lads, the sun's set, and you're looking to let loose a little, maybe indulge in a cheeky pint or three?
Well, my friends, look no further than the electric streets of Roppongi, Tokyo's neon-drenched playground. This place is absolutely buzzing after dark. We're talking high-end nightclubs, cozy izakayas overflowing with salarymen, and enough neon lights to rival the Las Vegas Strip.
Whether you're after a sophisticated cocktail bar or a night of dancing till dawn, Roppongi has something for everyone.
Now, Roppongi does have a bit of a reputation, a bit rough around the edges, some might say. But don't let that put you off. Just keep your wits about you. Avoid the touts trying to lure you into dodgy establishments, and you're bound to have a cracking night out.
From jazz bars to karaoke dens to nightclubs blasting the latest J-pop hits, Roppongi is where Tokyo comes alive after dark.
So put on your dancing shoes, grab your mates, and prepare for a night you won't forget. Or maybe one you'll try to forget, depending on how much sake you drink.
Number 9 on our list takes us deep into Tokyo's technological wonderland, Akihabara or Akiba.
If you're into electronics, anime, manga, or video games, this place is another dimension. Towering buildings plastered with giant anime girls advertising the latest games.
Shops overflowing with every electronic gadget imaginable.
And let's not forget the maid cafes. It's surreal, it's bizarre, it's Akihabara in a nutshell.
For number 10, we're swapping the bustling streets for something a bit more, dare I say, civilized. Hop aboard a boat and experience Tokyo from the unique perspective of the Sumida River. Glide along the water, transforming the urban jungle into a picturesque panorama. Cruise under iconic bridges like the Rainbow Bridge, a sight to behold at night. Pass by landmarks like the Tokyo Sky Tree, looking even more impressive. The gentle rocking of the boat and the cool breeze create a tranquil atmosphere. Time it right and you might catch a spectacular fireworks display. All right, history buffs, this one's for you. Coming in at number 11 on our list is the Tokyo National Museum, a treasure trove of Japanese art, history, and culture spanning millennia. Seriously, if you're even remotely interested in delving into the rich tapestry of Japan's past, you can't miss this place.
We're talking about a sprawling complex with multiple buildings, each dedicated to different periods and themes. You've got ancient samurai armor and swords that'll make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Delicate scrolls with intricate calligraphy and stunning examples of traditional Japanese painting and sculpture.
And the best part, they have English explanations for most of the exhibits. So you can actually understand what you're looking at. No more squinting at signs and hoping for the best.
Take your time, wander through the galleries, and let the stories of Japan's past wash over you. Oh, and before I forget, the museum grounds themselves are worth a visit alone. Beautiful gardens, traditional tea houses. It's the perfect spot to take a break from the hustle and bustle and just soak in the ambience. You know, get your zen on.
Right, lads, if you're after a taste of the future, then hop on the Yurikamomi line and zip over to Odaiba. This artificial island in Tokyo Bay is like stepping onto the set of a sci-fi film, with futuristic buildings, neon lights, and even a giant robot statue. Seriously, this place is mental. 1 minute you're strolling past the Fuji TV building, which looks like a spaceship about to blast off, and the next, you're gazing up at a giant Gundam statue that could crush a double-decker bus. It's a photographer's dream, and a true testament to Japan's love of all things techie. And that's not all. You've got the Mireikan Science Museum, where you can learn about robots, space exploration, and all sorts of mind-boggling stuff. Plus, there's the Pallet Town Ferris wheel, offering stunning views across Tokyo Bay. It's the perfect spot for a romantic sunset ride, or just to soak up the atmosphere of this unique part of the city. So if you're looking for a break from temples and traditional gardens, Odaiba is the place to be. It's a glimpse into the future of Tokyo, and a reminder that this city never ceases to amaze.
Right, let's take a break from the neon lights and bustling streets for a moment and escape to a place of tranquility and history, the Imperial Palace Gardens. Located right in the heart of Tokyo, this sprawling park is a breath of fresh air, both literally and figuratively. Surrounded by towering skyscrapers, the gardens offer a glimpse into Japan's imperial past. These grounds are steeped in history, once home to Edo Castle, the seat of power for the Tokugawa shogunate. Now, it's the residence of the Emperor of Japan, but don't expect to bump into him on your stroll. While you can't actually enter the inner grounds of the palace itself, the surrounding gardens are free to explore. Take a leisurely walk across the meticulously manicured lawns, admire the traditional Japanese architecture of the bridges and gates, and perhaps even spot a koi carp or two in the ponds. It's the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of the city and find a moment of peace. Plus, it's completely free to enter, making it a budget-friendly activity for any visitor to Tokyo. Just remember to bring your camera because the photo opportunities are endless.
Right, if you really want to immerse yourself in Japanese culture, you can't miss out on a traditional tea ceremony. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chris, mate, tea? Sounds a bit boring. But trust me on this one, it's a lot more interesting than you might think. The tea ceremony, or chanoyu as it's known in Japanese, is a deeply ritualistic experience that's been practiced for centuries. It's all about mindfulness, precision, and appreciating the simple beauty of everyday life. Plus, you get to drink some delicious matcha, which is always a bonus. During the ceremony, you'll be guided through each step by a tea master, dressed in a beautiful kimono. They'll prepare the matcha with the grace and precision of a master chef, whisking it into a frothy green elixir. And don't worry, there's no need to be a tea connoisseur to appreciate the experience. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the calming atmosphere. It's a truly unique cultural experience that will stay with you long after you leave Japan. Plus, it's a great way to impress your mates back home with your newfound knowledge of Japanese etiquette. Just try not to slurp your tea.
Right, lads. If you're even remotely interested in anime, you can't miss the Ghibli Museum. It's like stepping into the magical worlds created by the legendary Studio Ghibli, the folks behind Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke. The list goes on. This place is pure whimsical chaos in the best way possible. You've got giant fuzzy creatures, hidden passageways, and even a life-size cat bus from Totoro. Honestly, it's enough to make a grown man squeal with delight.
Tickets can be a bit of a pain to get a hold of, mind you. They're only sold in advance and they tend to sell out quickly, but trust me, the effort is worth it. It's like reliving your childhood, only with better animation and a lot more Japanese tourists. Inside, you'll find original artwork, concept sketches and exhibits that show the painstaking detail that goes into creating these animated masterpieces. They even have a little cinema where they show exclusive Ghibli shorts you won't find anywhere else.
Now, if you fancy a bit of retail therapy, Ginza is the place to be. This is Tokyo's answer to Fifth Avenue, full of gleaming skyscrapers and boutiques like Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. Even if you're on a budget, it's worth a wander just to window shop.
And hey, if you're feeling peckish, Ginza's also a culinary paradise. Michelin-starred restaurants, traditional tea houses, swanky cocktail bars, you name it. The atmosphere is electric, the architecture is impressive, and it's a great place to people watch.
Right then, let's hop on over to Asakusa, shall we? This is one of Tokyo's oldest districts, and it's like taking a step back in time. The heart of Asakusa is the Sensoji Temple, a magnificent Buddhist temple. It's also a great place to find souvenirs and try some traditional Japanese snacks. Be sure to try some local specialties like tempura, soba noodles, and ramen.
Right, lads, if you've ticked Sensoji Temple and the Sky Tree off your list, then strap yourselves in because we're off to conquer Tokyo Tower. This majestic beast, standing tall at 333 meters, was inspired by the Eiffel Tower. The real draw is the observation deck. From up there, you get a proper bird's-eye view of the sprawling metropolis below. On a clear day, you can even see Mount Fuji looming in the distance. Right, lads, buckle up because we're about to dive into the world of sumo wrestling. Sumo is an experience you won't soon forget. It's steeped in tradition, dating back centuries, and it's as much about ritual and ceremony as it is about physical strength.
Picture this. You're in Tokyo's Ryogoku Kokugikan, the sumo hall. The atmosphere is electric. The match starts, and it's a whirlwind of power, agility, and strategy. You'll be on the edge of your seat, I guarantee it.
Now, I'm not going to lie. Getting tickets to a sumo tournament can be a bit tricky. They're popular events, and seats sell out fast. Witnessing a sumo match firsthand is an unforgettable experience, a true glimpse into the heart of Japanese culture. Let's escape the hustle and bustle of Tokyo with a trip to the iconic Mount Fuji. You can't visit Japan without catching a glimpse of this majestic peak. It's a symbol of the country and a source of artistic inspiration. Mount Fuji isn't just something you look at, it's an experience.
The journey to Fujisan is half the fun. Hop on a bullet train or enjoy a scenic drive through the countryside. And once you arrive, the views are just something else. Sprawling landscapes, crystal clear lakes, and the majestic Mount Fuji itself.
Feeling adventurous? Try climbing to the summit. It's a challenging but rewarding hike. Or explore the Fuji 5 lakes and soak up the serene atmosphere. Take a boat ride, visit Oshino Hakai Springs, or just relax.
For photographers, Mount Fuji offers endless opportunities. From the snow-capped peak to reflections in the lakes, pack your bags, grab your camera, and escape to Mount Fuji. It's an experience you won't want to miss.
Well, there you have it, my friends. From ancient temples and bustling crossings to futuristic cityscapes and serene mountaintops, we've explored 20 incredible things to do in the vibrant metropolis of Tokyo. I hope this video has inspired you to book that flight, pack your bags, and experience the magic of Japan's capital for yourself. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures and Japan shenanigans. And be sure to let me know in the comments below which of these Tokyo experiences you're most excited about. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Sayonara!